been decided by human rights, are living the permission to change your mind. I'm leaving you the pleasure to end your time. So fight up for yourself. So fight up for yourself. And your world will begin. And your world will begin. So fight up for yourself. So fight up for yourself. And your world will begin. Don't cry for me again. Your tears are full of blood. Don't try to cut my veins, 'cause your rage will fly like I am not by your side in my flame.
Oh, good, man. How are you? Yeah, ain't it pretty cool? It's a drone called a racing drone or a freestyle drone. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty wild. I got goggles so I can see where it's going. There's a camera on here, and it shows me what it sees in my goggles, so I can fly all around stuff. Yeah. This, you build it. Yeah, you build it. Yeah, I'm gonna come over here so I can get a holla. Yeah, this is it right here. It's got basically two cameras. I got one for HD footage, and then I got one right here for the it's not HD. Hey, you can hold it if you want.
I can see this joker right here.
Yeah, check it out.
I was saying, man, I was admiring that joker.
Yeah.
Oh, you got cameras right here.
Yeah, there's a GoPro, like an HD camera on there. And it's got another one. The other one's not HD, it's analog. It's a little bit static in the video, but
oh, that's where you zoom in and watch this. You can watch that through this right here.
Yeah, here, let me here, check these out. I'm gonna plug it in and you can see what it sees.
Okay. And everywhere, that's how you guide it through this right here.
Yeah. So anything, anything.
Cool.
Yeah, it flies around. It goes upside down. There's all kinds of tricks and stuff. So
I've seen it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
Oh, and you can watch this right here and just put it in where you want to put it.
Yeah, pretty much. Wherever you just between that and this right here, that's how you control it.
And that's your monthly box right there.
Yeah,
that's
the controller.
Okay. I mean that's what it's called, a racing drone.
It's basically called a racing drone.
Well, what was something like a call sheet?
This right here, this is pretty much a budget build. I bought pretty much cheap parts. The frame's pretty cheap. I mean, it's a good frame, but it's on the cheaper end. I mean,
so what you done? Once you got it, you put it together.
Yeah, I buy all the pieces and build it, solder it, do the soldering. So you got these little boards down here and stuff, and wires, and you can get the camera, you can get the flight controller, the speed controllers that control the motors and the motors and all.
The speed of the blade. And
this one right here, minus the GoPro, cost me about $230. Okay. Which ain't too bad, but they range depending on what you want. Yeah, if you want the higher end, like these motors are $12 a piece. They got motors that are like $30, $40 a piece too. Yeah. So it just depends on what you want.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It's fun. Once you. And they're not easy to fly either. I can tell you that right now.
Pretty sure. I imagine it took you a while to really get the hang of it.
I've been flying for almost 4 years now, and when I first started, I couldn't even use the goggles when I was just flying using my eyes,
solo flying. So when you first started on, you took it to a big field?
Yeah, I go back here, this field back here.
Okay.
That's usually where I go. When I first started, I fly there. $800 for this and this. That's $800. That's expensive. The goggles are kind of pricey. But when I first started, I had these cheap goggles. They were about $80, and actually they're cheap. I think they were like $50. But they were these box goggles. They had like a monitor inside of it, and kind of like a VR headset or something. But I tried it right out here, and I flew up, and I got off the ground. I was I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. And then I got over these trees over here, and I kind of got scared a little bit. And I'm like, oh crap! So I took the goggles off, and I'm like, where'd it go?
Forward,
yeah, you're looking
forward.
for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took me a little while. I didn't after that though. I didn't fly around here anymore because I was worried going to crash into somebody's trailer or something.
Then once you got the hang of everything.
Yeah, once I get the hang of it.
Cause I seen you went through a little path here. Gary had cut a little path.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, right.
You know that by looking through them goggles, and that put you pinpoint on that path.
Exactly. I mean, I see exactly whatever this camera sees. That's what I see. It's like I'm right there inside of it.
I like that sound of it too.
Yeah, I love it.
When it get the altitude,
it
zooms out.
Yeah, it's like a real loud mosquito. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh man.
I try to avoid most of people's trailers and stuff. That's why I keep it over there usually.
Well, that's cool. You can fly it around. Just don't put through any one of my vehicles.
Oh yeah, definitely not. No, I avoid cars at all costs. I'll fly through those two trees over there sometimes. Come through there.
I seen you zoom through.
Yeah.
Then you zoomed up through here one time, I believe. And then you come back around. I said, man, look at this jello goes. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Name's Dennis, by the way.
I'm Randy.
Randy. Nice to meet you, dude.
What's your name, man?
Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your son live right here.
Yeah, he lives over here, Michael.
All right. Hey, man, good to meet you.
You too. You too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
We'll be hollering, cause like I said, I might try to give me some money, get him to find me one of those. Then we just like on a trail.
You know anything about soldering? Anything about soldering? Well, you can buy these already built, but that costs a little bit more money. If you get them already built, it's gonna cost. I mean, like even this one right here, somebody throws a build price on it, you're gonna pay like 3 times the cost. It'd be like $400 or $500 at least. Yeah.
But when you bought that, who done your soldering?
I did. I learned it all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got on YouTube and just learned how to
get it.
I used to be a welder. I used to weld. I don't anymore, but I used to. So I got a little bit of idea how soldering and stuff works. But it won't pretty the first few times I tried to soldering. It won't super easy, but it's not super hard. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. But
well, I'll tell you one. I might try to get some money together. If I had to put one together myself, but you do soldering. You do soldering for it.
Yeah, I might be able to help you out if you wanted to build one. Yeah, like I said. You could probably get like the frame, this frame about 30, like there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 7 parts that you need. A frame, the motors, there's a flight controller, ESC, there's the receiver that connects to the radio, and a VTX that connects to the goggles. You don't necessarily have to have the GoPro, but you do need the FPV camera so you can see.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, a lot of people race them. Lynchburg at the Liberty, the stadium out there, the baseball stadium, they did some races out there a couple years ago.
Have you been to one?
I've never been in a race. I went to that race that they had up there, but that was before I even really learned. I was just starting to get into it. I could probably do it now, but it's taken me a long time. When I first started, man, I was crashing all the time. The first drone I built was really bad. It was, I mean, it had real bad shakes and stuff. It'd be hovering like this. And I just didn't know what I was doing. But you learn
You got that together.
Yeah. This is one of the best ones I've had so far.
How many have you had?
I've had, I had the first one I built, which was the one that was shaky. I had that one, and after that I had another one that I bought. I didn't build it. I just bought it ready to fly, and it really wasn't too expensive. I think I paid like maybe 180 bucks for it. It wasn't too bad. It was a little bit smaller than this one, but I had that one, so that's 2 of them. And then after that, I went and bought another one to build, and it was a little different than this one. It had like this is it's hard to explain, but it's a little bit different than this one. Very similar, but slightly different. And so that was 3. And then I had another one exactly like this. Exactly, almost everything was exactly the same. And I lost it in the river.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was up at Alta Vista Park. What is it called? English Park. I was flying around the river over there.
Oh man, that's all right.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's an addictive hobby though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I used to fish, used to hunt, used to do all kinds of stuff. This is all I do now is fly this thing.
Well, like I said, I need to get into something like that right out myself. But like I said, that thing, I was sitting there watching the way we were zooming through, cut through the trees. I said, man, that's pretty cool.
It is. It's really fun.
Myself, man. So, hey, if I ever decide to do that,
let me know. All right,
good to meet you.
For sure. You too. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, man.